Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Board YouTube channel for today's Pick and Roll live stream presented by the FanDuel Sportsbook. Back for more NBA playoff analysis, free picks, coverage, reaction, all of that great stuff. And my goodness, have we been treated to some fantastic games so far in the playoffs. We're going to talk about those games. We're going to recap the picks that we did from another winning show on Monday, and we're going to look forward to the upcoming 3 games for tonight and for tomorrow to get more analysis, more free picks, more insight, and everything that you like. So make sure you guys, if you do enjoy today's show, you smash that like button. Let's try to once again get above 50 likes on today's live stream. So help us by doing that. Smash that like button, and also make sure you subscribe to the channel so you're up to date on all of our content for the rest of the playoffs and beyond. And follow us on Twitter at TheBoardHQ for even more updates on when content is happening. But before we jump into the excitement of the games that we had, let's get into the excitement of another winning show. As I said, winning day of picks. We'll bring in my co-host PipsNBA. Pips, 3 picks you gave out from the previous show. We had Al Horford under 14.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Man, when Brunson missed that layup at the buzzer, which sent the game to OT, and Al Horford got the rebound on the miss to get 13, I thought we were going to have another unlucky loss. But we had a hook win, and that is 16-16 on hooks this season, by the way. Donovan Mitchell over 26.5. He gets 48, largely because of all the injuries. But hey, we got a winner there, and we had good close regardless. Like before even the injuries were happening, we were moving in the right direction on CLV. We did unfortunately get a loser on Anthony Edwards under 12.5 rebounds plus assists. But anything you want to say on these picks here?
Yeah, I'm very confident Mitchell would won if Hunter and Mobley played. I
Right.
never. Yeah, he is the guy. He's been amazing, and that game will. Yeah, it's unbelievable actually.
Yeah, let's talk about that game. So, despite all of the injuries, the Cavaliers looked like they were going to win. They were up. They were up. 20. They were up by, and the Pacers just chip away, chip away, chip away, and they make a huge comeback in the final minute, which leads down to a Tyrese Halliburton near buzzer beater 3. What a play there! I mean, Pacers up 2-0. Do you think the Cavs can still come out and win this series?
What's the prices now at the moment? Like I'm just didn't check
Last
after the
night it was
last.
about plus 150 for the Cavs to win the series. I'll just double check what we have on FanDuel right now. So plus 166 now for the Cavs to win this series.
Yeah, it's tough if Mobley doesn't return. Uh, they miss him badly in the last game, especially on these rebounds. Like it's Jarrett Allen, and then the next guy is like a shooting guard size. Yeah, it's Merrill and Struz at 3 and 4, which is not enough size at all. Uh, that's the issue. I never seen in my entire life one team giving 2 offensive rebounds after a missed free throw in the same quarter, let alone in the same minute of the game. Naismith put back dunk. Then 30 seconds later, Halliburton getting an offensive rebound and then making a 3. And when you add to that poor inbounding pass, I don't know what's with these teams. Like they're playing with the foot. Like we've seen the same thing with the Bucks. But I would say I noticed in the regular season, last 2 seasons with the Pacers, when they are down 10, 12, 11, 12 in the last minute, most teams give up. They were fouling and trapping and trying to get as close as possible. They were practicing those like all the time. So in chaos, they kind of have some controlled chaos and experience there. So not surprised they did it against the Bucks and now against the Cavs. It's highly unlikely, very variant stuff. All the stuff needed to go their way, but they did it twice in the span of a week.
Yeah, and you mentioned the late comeback and not giving up on games. I mean, the same thing happened in Game 5 against Milwaukee, where they're down 118-111 with 40 seconds left. Don't give up on the game, end up getting the win. So, man, Pacers get both games in Cleveland. It's going to be an uphill battle for the Cavs the rest of the way. But let's go to the other series in the East. Speaking of 20-point comebacks, the New York Knicks, they look absolutely fried going into the second half. It looked like the Celtics were going to pummel them once again, but what a fight back. What a performance in OT as well. They come through and snatch game one in the Garden and lead the series. Boston still minus 370 at FanDuel to win this series, but do you think the Knicks have what it takes to take this series, Pips?
They did what I preach on this show, like every single time I talk about the Celtics, and that's switch defense to switch against Boston to take away their ball movement and to force Tatum into the isolation. They did exactly that, and it worked like charm. But let's be real. They shot 15 from 60 from three,
Yeah.
and a lot of these shots were good looks. Not the ones Tatum was taking, but everyone else got a lot of good looks. And yeah, this is a good comment. Tatum users are back, but it's not by default. Like it's not like he chose to go to the isolation. Switch defense.
But
Switch
it's what they
defense is
want him to
work.
do. It's what the Knicks want.
Yeah. And when he is in a mismatch, uh, then Knicks send more zone defense around. Let's say he has pick and roll and then hard switches on him. They are okay with it. Let's say they have Mikael switches on him. They are okay with it. But if like McBride switches on him or like Towns, they send help. Or Brunson, they send help. They zoned in, and then uh, that's why they shot so many threes. But I would say Tatum needs to drive to the rim more, way more. And then last, if he gets a lot of help, then kick out. But he was like just starting to drive and kicking out, so they had time to contest those threes. He needs to get a step or two deeper to completely rock the defense. So first bet for today from that game is actually betting on this stuff. And I'm just thinking, do we go with same game parlay on Jason Tatum, or do we bet it straight? Let me just check some prices around, because yeah, I like some stuff on Tatum.
Okay.
Tatum. Let me just see what's the price for this as we speak, and then I'll tell you what to put down. Okay, this will be a big one. Yeah, let's do this. Jason Tatum, 6+ assists,
Okay.
8+ rebounds, and 3+ threes.
All right. So Jason Tatum 3-leg parlay. Where is he? I miss him. There. And 3+ threes.
Yeah.
Okay. 6+ assists, 8+ rebounds, and 3+ threes gives us plus 227 at FanDuel. Is that what we're gonna go with?
Yeah.
All right.
Alternative for everyone watching. Alternative is plus 100 on over 15.5 rebounds and assists. Alternative over 15.5 rebounds and assists. But this is the main play. Any variation of this, like 7+, 7+, 6+, 8+, whatever you have on your book, I'm good with all of these. All of these numbers are undervalued. I would say assist did move quite a bit. I got it at like minus 110, now I'm minus 140. I still think that's good. I'll show you why. First off, let's go into the playoffs. I'll do analysis like on 15.5, then I'll do everything separately. But looking at the rebounds, cover this in every single game. Last game against the Knicks had 16 rebounds on 17 rebounding chances. And that's the game where Knicks won and they made more shots. So don't expect them to shoot that well. So he will get he will get him probably on more rebounding chances. He was guarding Towns. He was close to the rim most of the time, as Towns wasn't getting the ball much. Unit wise, this is let me just see. This is okay to bet half a unit, yeah, on Tatum. Plus 220. So Rebounds, I would say, looking at the regular season, throughout the regular season, he averaged 8.7 rebounds. But when we look at the games where he played 34 minutes, 34 plus minutes, he had 9.1 rebound, and then in the playoffs that goes up to 12.2. If you look at the last season, regular season, he averaged 8 rebounds, but then in the playoffs that goes up all the way to 9.9 rebounds. So he's always stepping up rebounds and minutes in playoffs, obviously. Last season, assist wise, he didn't cover this as much, but there is a reason for this. Uh, Especially this season, when you look at the games against the Orlando Magic, they allowed the least assists. They didn't help. And as I said, when he had mismatch in isolation, they sent help against JT, and he ended up the game with 6 assists, while Boston had historically poor shooting night, and he had 6 assists and 17 potential assists. 70 potential assists. If you take a look throughout the season, when JT gets 12 or more, let's say recently when he get 12 or more potential assists, he covered this in 20 out of the last 25. Just the numbers wise, like he facing zone, he always does great. So it needs to be another poor shooting game from Boston to not cover this. So I like that one as well. And they run a lot of stuff through him. Like he had 65 passes made, which is the most in the playoffs so far this season. I don't know. I didn't check this. I'll check this now for the regular season, but there must be some correlation with passes made. Let's check the games when he had more than 50 passes made in the regular season, uh, maybe even 55. So he averaged 5.9 assists, moves only to 6.1. So not much there. When you look at the 60, moves to 6.7. So a bit of correlation there as well. But yeah, this is completely different environment. And also, looking at the head-to-head games, uh, last 3 games against the Knicks in the regular season, and the last one 17, 12, and 17 potential assists, which is way way higher than his numbers throughout the regular season.
Okay, there's the first pick. Tatum, 6+ assists, 8+ rebounds, 3+ threes. Again, half a unit there, as always, for these bigger SGPs. But we'll confirm it there. Bobby also questions if maybe a sprinkle on the triple double is worth a shot at plus 1200. What do you think?
Plus 200, 1200. Yeah, it's tough to get. I mean, he should get there with rebounds and points easily. So you're betting at 10 plus assists. Could happen with this. Like if he gets the Warriors his way, it definitely could happen.
All right. And with that first play, we can make that price even better with our presenting sponsor, the FanDuel Sportsbook. The board and pick and roll are brought to you by FanDuel. With the NBA playoffs finally here, if you think you know how it's all going to go down, to make those predictions pay off with FanDuel. Just build your perfect parlay, perhaps this 3-leg Jason Tatum SGP. Activate the promo boost available that day and lock in your bet. If it hits, that's a bigger payout for you at no extra cost. For Wednesday, it is their Hump Day Parlay Profit Boost token. I was able to boost the number on this parlay, again, at no extra cost for myself. And FanDuel is doing these generosity plays and generosity tokens every single day of the week for the NBA playoffs. So don't be a spectator this postseason. Head to FanDuel.com/board to download America's #1 sportsbook and make every moment more. Make every moment more with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. But must be 21 plus and present in select states. For Kansas in affiliation with Kansas Star Casino or 18 plus and present in DC. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit FanDuel.com/RG. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat Connecticut or visit mdgamblinghelpline.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts or call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York. All right. We're going to move to the next game. 3 games for us to cover today, 2 of which are happening today. The second of those games today is the Denver Nuggets against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Pips, What an outrageous game we had in game one. Looked like the Thunder were going to walk away with it in the end. But another amazing comeback in these playoffs. Question marks regarding OKC's the way they wanted to close out the game. And then Aaron Gordon hits the three right at the end of the game to win this one. First off, on the fouling up three, are you a supporter of the foul up three crowd?
Man, yes, I do, but not with so many like 15 seconds left.
Right.
Is too much.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
But I get it why they did it. If anyone else was on the ball, I don't think that they foul. But with Aaron Gordon on the ball, I know he improved this season on free throw line. For the last two seasons prior to this, he was like 65% shooting from the free throw line, and in that scenario, like you definitely want to foul. Like he is missing one of these two, and then you are in such a great spot. Like he missed one of two, and then you put your best shooters on the free throw line, and it's up four, and it's done.
Yeah.
But then Aaron Gordon scores. On the other side, they inbound to Chet, which is, and then he got fucking scared. You could look into his eyes and see like this guy is not making it. His face was such a like yeah, didn't give any confidence.
Yeah,
And then
and
on
this is both.
on the other side, Aaron Gordon makes a three, which is, yeah, it is what it is. Big players make big plays when it matters. Aaron Gordon has been absolutely amazing so far in this playoffs. Just crowned it with that three. Yeah, I don't think it's people are always like, I don't know what's the word. Uh, they're always getting exceptionally mad about something because of the result of what
Yes.
happened.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. In the most scenarios, like 95% of the time, this works.
I would definitely foul
Yeah,
up three. I
yeah.
just take the game out of the opposition's hands essentially and put it back
The
in your
thing
own.
is, I would say Jokic was out twice, and they will need to play offense without Jokic. That was also one part where I was like, maybe I actually do like not fouling here with Jokic and not giving him chance to be on the court, back on the court. So yeah, there. This is like the most. I would usually be like easy foul up three, especially if the poor free throw shooter gets the ball. Like that's no brainer. But this is specific scenario. Like Jokic is off the court. It's 15 seconds on the clock. You struggle to inbound and get it to the Chet Holmgren. Like, yeah, this is.
Well, they should have killed more time. I think they made the right calls in the end, but they should have killed more time off the clock while doing it. It was just way
Yeah.
too quick to foul. Anyways, Denver's up 1-0. Second game here. OKC favored by 11 points here on FanDuel. Minus 11, minus 108 on the spread. What is it going to take for Denver to do this again?
Yeah. Um, I've seen stuff, and that's crashing the glass. That's why they won the game one.
Yeah. They
Besides,
got completely outplayed in every aspect other than offensive rebounding, where they just absolutely dominated.
so I would say they can definitely. Okay, first off, Dort and Caruso were left wide open. They made 50% of their threes. That's probably not going to happen. But also, what's not going to happen is Jade up shooting 5 from 20 as well. Shea ended up with almost a triple double, huge assisting game because they absolutely double him in the lanes. Like they don't like Shea was shown crazy defense on him. Like he was getting triple team almost.
Yeah.
So approaching these games will be mostly betting some correlated stuff. So this will be the exact same thing for me in this one. I'll build big same game parlay. I know people are not sometimes not fan of it with the recent stuff, but I like some stuff in this one.
All right, that's
Let me
good.
just check some numbers on this one. First off, starting with Jokic. Let's start with Jokic. 25 plus points and 12 plus rebounds. That will be the first part of the big same game parlay.
Okay.
Uh, Second part, next part is Jokic under 10.5 assists.
Okay. Alt assists.
It's alt assist, yeah, alternative line on the
All
assist.
right.
Under, like there's
There we
player,
go. Yeah, got it.
yeah,
10.5.
under 10.5, and then adding Shea 6 plus assist.
All right. Plus 250.
Yeah.
All right.
So they showed in the first game that they don't half a unit as well. First game they showed us that they don't have bodies to guard Jokic. They tried doubling, they tried everything. Jokic just going over them. I'll first start with Jokic, obviously, but I can't show much besides the usage. Yeah, absurd usage. Like they couldn't stop him. He ended up 36% usage. If you look at Jokic when he has like 32% usage, it's absolutely he's cooking this line. Uh, Even with it's absolutely amazing. But when he gets like 34 minutes with 32% usage or higher, he absolutely cooks 40 points a game. It's and they allowed not only 32% usage, but they allowed 36 percent usage. With 36% usage, he averaged, as I said, like, but let's try with 30 plus. He averaged 39 points with that kind of usage, and then he played 42 minutes. If we look at the games where he played like 38 plus minutes, I mean it doesn't change much, but overall, those that usage is absolutely he's cooking with that usage. We can see that he scored 25 plus in every single game. He didn't score against the Clippers, but Clippers had the Zubats. He scored 25 points on 11 from 22. Then rebounds. I don't know what's their size is just not there. Like he played 5 times OKC this season. He averaged 17 rebounds, 12 plus in all 5. Last game 22 rebounds. Game before that 18 rebounds. So like he is definitely doing. Hartenstein and Chet just don't have the size to contest with Jokic. He's getting every rebound. He's actually playing in some kind of zone on defense, helping around. Uh, so he's always close to the rim. Last 3 games against the OKC, they slowed down with helping too much. So he ended up with 9 assists and 13 potential, now 8 assists and 14 potential, and only 12 potential assists in the last game, and only 6 rebounds. If you take a look at the entire season for Jokic, when he gets less than 15 potential assists, he's under this line in 31 or 37 games, and he had 3 straight games against the OKC where he had 13 or less potential assists. So that's on the Jokic part. If he's scoring inside and they don't send too much help, that's very correlated with the assist under. And then just with what I've seen from Shea, uh, 21 potential assists in the last game, 19 potential assists in the game before that one. So last 2 games against the Denver, I've seen the defensive schemes. They let him 40 potential assists over the last 2 games. If you take a look at Shea, when he gets 12 plus uh, potential assist in the regular season, He had 6+ assists in 37 out of 44 games. So just reading defensive schemes and making it work together in this one.
Yeah, makes sense completely for this one too. We have another big SGP. I'll repeat it here. Jokic, 25 plus points, 12 plus rebounds, and under 10.5 assists alongside SGA, 6 plus assists. Again, plus 250 available. And our presenting sponsor here, the FanDuel Sportsbook. All right, let's go to tomorrow's game. Just the one game on tomorrow's slate, but it is the Minnesota Timberwolves against the Golden State Warriors. I would suspect the Timberwolves are very much looking forward to this game and cannot wait to play because of how bad they played in game one against the Warriors. Steph Curry exits the game early with a hamstring injury. Questions if, well, at that point, like, it was just like, okay, Timberwolves might be able to run away with this. They did not. The Timberwolves were terrible, and they need this one. But they are 10-point favorites for game two. What was so bad about the Timberwolves' performance? What did they got to do to get it right in game two?
They didn't make any shots, but they went from playing Lakers defense, which was horrible,
Yeah.
to playing absolutely amazing defense. And I would say it again, like, for people that are confused, why was Draymond Green in finalist for the Offensive Player of the Year so far through the playoffs? If there was Defensive Player of the Playoffs award, it's
It's Draymond.
yeah, and it's not even close. Like, what he did in that game, he put complete defensive masterpiece in the game one. Did the same exact thing in the series against the Houston. He completely locked down both Jalen Green and Şengün by himself. So yeah, absolutely amazing. He what he did in the first half to the Anthony Edwards on the drives was insane. And yeah, he is the main responsible why Anthony Edwards had horrible game. Uh, just always right time, contesting inside, helping inside. He did so much good stuff in this game for them. So they are not. I mean, no Steph probably for the series. He's maybe he returns, but that will be like half the Steph. Hamstring injuries are absolutely horrendous, and I don't think anyone can recover from it in like 2 weeks, especially if he returns prematurely, which will probably happen if at any point Wolves get the lead in the series or for Game 7. So I think they can survive to like 2-2 after 4 and get Steph at least like 10 days off. But yeah, insane game. Also, Draymond broke it by on the offensive side, making 4 threes. Made the separation in the first half. Like, Steph goes off, and kind of Wolves were like, okay, maybe we are in a good spot now with Steph off, and then Draymond Green chucks 3 straight threes in a row and makes it like a 20-point game, and it was easy to play after that.
Yeah. Draymond been spectacular. I would suspect the Timberwolves come out better in this one. And again, the Steph Curry injury is hamstrings are bad, and hamstrings are tough to come back from. So we'll see. And even if he does come back, not sure if he'll be uh, not sure he'll be 100% healthy. Yeah, we have had a couple big buddy healed games from the Warriors here, but I think the Timberwolves should be able to do this one. Any bets for this game?
Let me go through it. I don't know. Uh, First off, Jimmy Butler, 24 and a half. He didn't look that healthy. Was 7 from 20 in the last game, so 24 and a half seems legit. Assist wise, he had 8 assists and a kind of great potential assist, but rebounding, like, he is been rebounding like crazy last couple of games. 16, 17, 16 rebounding chances. Those are insane rebounding chances. So like, if when he gets 14 plus, he is cooking this line. Even with 13 plus, when you look at the games when he had like 13 to 17, he averaged 8.3 rebounds. So, But yeah, I don't think the Wolves repeat. It's such a horrendous shooting performance. So far in the playoffs, looking at Dante DiVincenzo, like minutes going up, but 33 from 11, 3 from 13, 3 from 11, 4 from 13. So he didn't shoot over 30% in a single game so far. Like 5 straight games shooting 30 or less, and he was close to covering in every single game. So I don't know. Maybe there is something to it. Maybe there is something to Dante. That's one what I'm thinking. Nazri, the line adjusted heavily. He played, I think, 20 minutes in the second half last game. Completely subbed out Gobert. So also Julius Randle scored 18 points, played lower minutes in that game. Horrible shooting and still ended up at 18. So maybe this is a spot for Julius Randle. Yeah, that could be it. Maybe this is a spot for Julius Randle. Looking to find a bet, honestly. Like Pojemski last game, absolutely horrendous 3 points. So there is not much. We have Jimmy Butler, Brandon Pojemski, and Draymond Green from the Golden State Warriors. Mike Conley could be shut down, honestly, 22 minutes, maybe even less next game. Gobert, when he played, he was kind of decent. 9 points, 11 rebounds in 26 minutes, but played 10 minutes in the second half. So I don't know. Maybe that's the thing for the rest of the series for him. But no, Steph Curry should help him get more playing time because he doesn't need to defend pick and rolls as many. So looking at all this, I'm maybe inclined to, let me just see. Gobert Randall got 6 assists and 11 potential assists, but didn't get any rebounds. Let me just see a Randall line for. Yeah. I don't know why Randall played such a low minutes in the second half. So low minutes in the second half. Maybe because they were on a run with Naz Reid. He was supposed to play more minutes. Just a second. Yeah, let's bet Julius Randle over 18.5 points.
Okay.
He was unlucky that first thing about this one, looking at the game against the Lakers, he was in foul trouble and he didn't play 0 minutes in the second quarter, ended up at 32. Last game he played big minutes first half, then they went on a run without him, so he lower minutes. So before that he played 43, 41, 39. So he should play 40 minutes, especially down one in the series. Usage wise, he's kind of stable with usage, averaging 25 percent usage, the same usage he had in the regular season. Last game against the Golden State, again 25% usage, really stable. So when he gets 23 to let's say 27% usage in the regular season, this doesn't look good at the first, but when he gets the minutes, we can see when he gets 32 minutes in the regular season plus he with this is very conservative usage, like 23% to 27%. If you do like 28%, I don't know if much changes we'll see, but yeah, it changes a lot. 22 to 28 range, he's over this line in 76% of the games and averaging 22 points. We are getting 18.5 minus 110 for this one. Yeah, I think this line is, I think, over adjusted for the first game, where he scored 18 points against the Golden State Warriors. He lost 7 or 8 minutes of playing time, and he shot 4 from 11 from the floor. So, yeah, if there is a spot, I think this is it for this game. So Julius Randle over 18.5 points.
Okay. Julius Randle over 18.5 points. I'm seeing minus 110 at a couple widely available books. So we'll lock it in at that price for our third official pick of the day. Let's go now to the chat. answer your questions and your bets from today. If you guys are enjoying the stream, before we do that, make sure you do smash that like button. It'll help drive us up in the YouTube algorithm. It makes a huge difference to the channel just by hitting that like button. All right, Nicholas Jepson starts with Cavaliers minus 120 on the money line for. We didn't talk about this game because it's on Friday, but Cavs money line for Game 3 minus 120. What do you think?
Yeah. Minus 120 is, I don't know. They certainly should get someone back. Definitely think Hunter and I think Garland is back. I think 90% of the time, 90% chance. I think Hunter will give 70% chance and Mobley less than 50 because the Mobley has the most serious injury of all of these. Uh, I would say for their success, the biggest one is definitely Mobley. So yeah, but also Hunter helps with the size. So yeah, I'll say like, I so much love Donovan Mitchell. He's one of my favorite players in the league, and what he put in the game 2-1 and 2, especially in game 2, I kind of have trust that they can turn this around. Like, but it's like maybe not as much rational stuff, but Donovan Mitchell is unstoppable. Like he didn't even had the three falling for him, and he still gets to the rim because he's so strong. Played insane game, 20, 30 field goal attempts, 20 free throws. If he get 20 times to the free throw line, then they should be good. And they also horrible shooting again, and they had game in their hands, even with horrible shooting. So I think they should turn this around. Like probably game 7 at home, and then I hope they win game 3, and then Mobley gets back to game 4,
Yeah.
and then they're a better team. That's no question about it. But injuries are horrible. They have big minutes for Isaac Okoro. They had big minutes for Merrill. I mean, they are good players, but not that good. Yeah. I'm just opening the sheets and looking at Sam Merrill 26 minutes. Sam is a great shooter and okay on defense, but Isaac Okoro 30 minutes. Javonte Green 10 minutes. Yeah, this Dean Wade 30 minutes. These Dean Wade and Isaac Okoro are like one less player on offense. Like you're playing 4 versus 5 at the time. So yeah, it's tough. I think Hunter and Garland back game 3 should be huge for this team, and then they should win. Yeah.
All right. Next one up. Maurice Walker asked about Jason Tatum over assists and rebounds, which we kind of covered with the SGP, and that was the fallback of the bet option. So just
A shout out to my guy Daft just for joining the best YouTube channel on NBA props, NBA betting wise on YouTube. So definitely check that one out.
next one up. Gavin asked about Kristaps Porzingis under 22.5 points plus rebounds at minus 105.
If he's healthy and playing normal minutes, I like his over actually. Like, this is a great matchup for him. But with the shit happened last game, I don't know much about this, and I can say it. Like if he's not healthy, then yeah, it makes sense. But overall, his matchup is actually very good in this one.
Yep. Next one here. We have question just in general about Naz Reid. Bear Commander Gobert says Naz Reid point prop was at 9.5 for game 1. Game 2 it's at 12.5. Is that still good for over at that number minus 105?
Yeah, when I was going through the slate, I bumped on Nazir and said, okay, over adjusted. Not over adjusted to the point where it's better to take an under, but over adjusted where I don't think there is much value in betting the over. I said it, and I just repeating this one. He can. They have such a deep bench, so if Gobert starts to work out, Nazir will play less minutes. If let's say Nickel Alexander-Walker or Dante DiVincenzo get it going, Nazrid could play less minutes. So it's all he got it going last game, so they went with him. but doesn't mean that will happen every single game.
Okay. We have Russell Westbrook under 3.5 assists, -115.
Okay, I'll check that one for the numbers in the last game. Let me just look assist wise. 3 potential assists. He was after some crazy performances against the Clippers. He was kind of back to it, but he played 30 minutes. I do lean under on this. I'm not gonna lie. Like he only had 26 passes made. They are not using him to create anything. If I take a look in the regular season, I didn't check this. This will be my first time checking this, but it just looked like when he passes made, he has 6 average on the season. When we put passes made at up to 40, goes 4.7. When we put the passes made up to 30, it got 4.4. So it just goes down with him not being making so many passes, not being the guy that facilitates. So yeah, could see this being. I'm leaning on this. Also, they could get blown away and stuff like that. Like that always can happen in a game where the spread is at 11. So leaning under for this one, definitely.
We have Daft Previews asking about Jaylen Brown over 21.5 points. I'm seeing -120, but notes that Mazzulla and Brown himself said they needed to attack the rim more and not settle for threes. Bounce back spot after poor shooting performance game one. What do you think, Pips?
The reason I'm not betting is because he is in the Tyler Zero area for me. I hate betting on Jalen Brown, but this definitely makes sense. Makes sense. He covered in the last game with 1 from 10 from 3. I don't know if you watched the game, but first possession of the game, he gets the tipped in the ball, and 5 seconds into it, he shots a pull-up 3 in air balls. I was like, Jesus. Right. And then, yeah, this makes sense. I think third quarter, Boston Celtics shot 1 2-pointer and 19 threes. And that's where the Knicks started the comeback. Like that's unexcusable. Like playoff game, 1 2-pointer, missed layup, I think, or made layup, or I think it was actually put back. So 0 shots from 2 in the entire quarter for 12 minutes. Yeah, they should definitely look to attack. And Jaylen Brown is their best driver to the rim. If he's in a mismatch, he will drive. I expect a ton of free throws from him. He had 10 last game. I think 10 is very, very reasonable for this game. He was 6 from 10 from twos. That's probably expected, but he shouldn't make at least one more three. Like even though I would say on all of these threes, he looked like the legs are dead. Like he had 0 bounce. Like he was just shooting like free throws from 3. Like he didn't get a jumper. He was just shooting it off the floor. 0 leg drive. So I don't know what's with that. Maybe he kind of works on it and is better. Usage wise, let me see. So he had 26% usage. 26. That's not even high, but the minutes were insanely high. I think that's the floor. I think he gets 25 usage at least, up to 32 probably. And the minutes will be absolutely insane. He got 40 minutes last game, so 32 at least. And then when you look at the season, he averaged 24 points over in 21 out of 31 games. So this is definitely a lean over for Jaylen Brown. I just hate to bet on him. Whenever I bet on him, I get the game like he was the last time, like 1 from 10 from 3. That's yeah.
Right. A couple more player prop questions. Frankie asks about Karl Anthony Towns over, it says 11 rebounds, so over 10.5 rebounds, -140. I'll just double check this price real quick. Yeah, over 10.5 rebounds. I'm seeing way better than -140 available, though. -118 at FanDuel for Cat over 10.5 rebounds.
I have a lean for Towns, but you can do Towns 20 plus points and 12 plus as rebounds. Can you check it on FanDuel just so I get the...
Yes. So you wanted 20 plus points, 11 plus rebounds.
12 plus rebounds.
12 plus rebounds. Okay. On FanDuel, we have this at plus 286. 20 plus points, 12
Yeah,
plus rebounds.
that will be my look for that game. If he doesn't get to the foul trouble, he's covering. He should be covering this. The only reason I'm not, I actually had this at 29 PR was on my list for the show. Then I just was like, I'm not betting Towns and looking at him getting 2 fouls in the first 3 minutes of the game, and then yeah, that's horrible look. And but from what I've seen last game, he can definitely score 20 points if he gets the more minutes. He was crushing it in the first half, then got into foul trouble and stopped being aggressive. And with foul trouble, he still get 13 rebounds. But we need to take into the consideration that Celtics shot 15 from 60 from 3-point line, and that's where the rebounds were coming from. So if Boston shoots better, less rebounding chances. But if he is not in foul trouble, then yeah, I'm fine betting Towns. I need like plus 200, 250 going for his ceiling if he doesn't get into the foul trouble, which he will probably because they're playing switch and they switch him on Tatum, and whenever Tatum tried to drive, Towns fouled him.
Yeah. Notorious for foul trouble. So a lean for this one here on Karl Anthony Towns, but perhaps one for you to consider. Last player prop question. Good friend Chillionaire asked about Peyton Pritchard, 15 plus points at plus 390. Any chance Peyton Pritchard makes a couple of shots and it's a big runway here, Pips?
I actually lean on his unders. If Porzingis is playing, he's not getting many minutes. I think it's like Horford as the sixth-man role and Pritchard just covering Drew and White for a couple of minutes, and that's it. Is it if Porzingis goes ruled out again or something like that? Definitely makes sense, but yeah, I don't see it for Peyton.
Okay, not necessarily a player prop question, but It's Me Dado asked about OKC changing their system to doubling Jokic, which opened up MPJ space for threes. What's your opinion? You kind of mentioned it because you think they will continue to double him because that factored into your Jokic SGP. But do you think there's any chance they start to switch up and defend him a bit more aggressively?
My overall issue with Michael Porter Jr. is that he is not healthy. So how many minutes is he going to play? Is massively like we don't know. We have no idea how ready is he. He was 1 from 8, only 23 minutes in the last game. So maybe not to bet on him. The best thing, like maybe he gets shut down like at 20-25 minutes again. So I have no idea. But Westbrook played 30 minutes. He played well. Maybe that's the reason. Michael Porter Jr. played less. Maybe he plays more now. If Westbrook has poor game, let me see. What's the for his threes? Minus 120. But he didn't make a single three in the last game. So they still double Jokic at some possession. But yeah. Also, this could be a runaway from OKC game 2. Usually happens. So I'm not big fan of Michael Porter Jr. getting space. Also, when they double Jokic, they mostly doubling from Westbrook or Christian Brown or Gordon. They don't leave best shooter open to double Jokic. So that's the thing as well.
Okay. And last question, off topic, but Arsenal, you're a fan of Arsenal, play Champions League against PSG today, down 1-0 in aggregate. Is Arsenal going to do it? Is Arsenal get to the Champions League final against Inter?
I'll say the first 30 minutes from the last game for Arsenal were horrible. We were lucky to be down only 1-0. Then Declan Rice kind of took over the game and settled it in. We get Thomas Partey back for tonight, which will make it much easier for us in the middle, and you can put Merino up front now, which was the key for beating Real Madrid. So yeah, comment on the game last night. I don't know what to even say. Like one of the best games I ever seen.
Yeah.
It was Uh, it's like funny. I've seen all over the internet for last couple of years, like football is kind of robotic. Players are like just running, and like this was such a great game because on the Barcelona side you have like almost every player can do all of it. Can run, can dribble, can create, can shoot, can score, can do a bunch of stuff. But I would say I don't know how many of you guys even want to listen to this, but Barcelona, I think coaches Flick, like I love that the game was open and the Barcelona went for this for the head, like they were just constantly attacking, and it made these two get like such an enjoyable experience. But when you are up 3-2 with 5 minutes left, you need to defend the score, and they were going like on the last goal. They were playing. I think Inter was 5 players.
Yeah,
In the
very
last
open on that last goal.
Yeah, they were defending with 4 players, up one with 5 minutes left in the semifinals of the Champions League. Like that was horrible, and yeah, that's unexcusable. And their defense is such a high pressure, which is great. But whenever they don't have the ball, I was like expecting something to happen for Inter because their defense is prone to injuries. Like even the goal from. The last goal from Inter, like 4 players were just watching him
Frattesi.
score, like Fratesi, yeah. The 4 players were just watching him, like no one went to the block to him. Like it was horrible by watching. Like one team is absolutely amazing on offense, and horrible on defense, which is Barcelona, and then you have Inter, which is kind of all around team, and yeah.
Yeah, defensively sound, good at countering, and they I wouldn't say smashed and grabbed the win, but like they got out early, got their advantage, and they picked their moments and did so very well. Really wanted to see a Barcelona PSG Champions League final. Obviously not going to get
And
that, but
we are watching Arsenal
Arsenal,
against Inter. Yeah.
I mean, you'd rather play Inter than Barcelona in the final, so big opportunity for either of the teams today. I think PSG are the best team in the tournament, even before Barcelona lost. So
Yeah, I
think
was
they will move
I
forward.
was very amazed with them against Liverpool. That was
Yeah.
that was the time I was like, okay, this team is really
Yeah.
really good. I kind of liked Arsenal how they had some huge issues first 30 minutes, but they kind of handled Dembele well after the first scoring goal. But just it was like second half of Arsenal was like it was the last leg. We went all out attack
Yeah.
and could end up
Got lucky
conceding
it
on
ended
the
1-0, to be honest.
yeah
They could have scored two more times later in the game. But,
yeah. So
1-0.
we'll
It should be
see.
another good game today. Yeah, should be another good game. I
Yeah.
mean, Ginger and Lucy says it. So many great games across all sports. NBA playoffs have been amazing. NHL playoffs have also been amazing so far. Champions League has been amazing. So we have so much great sports content here. But
Yeah.
let's hope to find some wins to go with it for the NBA side of things for the playoffs. Here are the official picks from today's show. Half unit on Jason Tatum, 6+ assists, 8+ rebounds, 3+ threes, plus 227 at FanDuel. We have half a unit on Jokic, 25+ points, 12+ rebounds, and under 10.5 assists. Alongside SGA, 6+ assists, plus 250 at FanDuel. Remember, there's the Prop Boost tokens available every day. You can use one of those on one of these bets. And finally, Julius Randle over 18.5 points, minus 110. If you want NHL content, you go to at Edgework HQ. That's our hockey channel at Edgework HQ. Because NHL, yes, from Bear Commander Go Bears, they're live right now, and you get some more picks over there for the NHL playoffs to go with these NBA picks. But make sure you like the stream before you go. Subscribe to keep up to date with the content. We should be back on Friday here for another episode of Pick and Roll presented by FanDuel.